Hello there, guys. Welcome to Dinos World. Welcome to the spontaneous vlog. We are shooting this right in the middle of the night, believe it or not, and that has been the hectic schedule through the course of this Road Trip United 2021 XBHP, powered by Castrol Magnetic SUV and free charge, and basically the passion that drives us.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
So this is the Mahindra Thar petrol automatic M Stallion 150. Puts nearly 150 PS of max power and 320 Newton meters of max torque. Comes mated to a 6-speed automatic torque converter gearbox. Now the reason I'm doing this video is that the person who owns this is an auto journalist himself, Mr. Sunny, and he is one of the well-known, well-established, and he's the man or the face behind XBHP, which needs no introduction, to be honest. And why did he choose the Thar, and what kind of revolution is the new Thar bringing to this segment? So let's talk about that and also talk about all the modifications that have gone into this. So this is one of the sensibly modified. It's not over the top modifications. These are all practically usable modifications which kind of complement the character of the Thar perfectly. So can you just talk about why you chose this and the modifications that have gone into making this a perfect Thar?
Right now, the Thar, which is the main topic, I've when I first saw it, the first generation, it did catch my fancy, but I never thought that I want to own it because of various reasons. It was mostly portrayed as an off-roader. It was, I mean, not something which is a daily driver. You can obviously, but it's something like taking the 1250 GS, in traffic every day for everyday commute, something like that. But when they came out with the new Thar, what was happening is that everyone was fresh, their mind after the pandemic. And when they released this, especially the red one, I was like, is this the Thar? Is this made in India? I need to have it. It was very clean lines, square, and a very butch.
Right?
Yeah, very butch. And I'm just talking about the first appearance.
Okay.
And then I read about it. The petrol is putting out almost 150 bhp and a very healthy amount of torque. In fact, all the both torque and power figures are better than the diesel. And I thought that what about the comforts, the creature comforts? I looked it up. They had a touchscreen, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and I mean, all these kind of things, upgrades. I got into it. So let me tell you, I've owned around 17, 18 super bikes over the period of 15 years, but I have only owned one car. But then when the Thar came out, I said that this can be my car, this can be a biker's car. So that is when I also made a short video which kind of went viral, which people liked because I just made it in half a day. I just spoke for the first time in Hindi, and because that connected with people, because it also connected with me. So here it's a made in India product, the Thar. It has a name. It is not like something which is picked out of a English dictionary, or it's like doesn't have a formula kind of a name. It is a name which is a desert here in India. So what it resonates is that of course it tells us that it is very capable off-roader. Anyway, so coming back, why I bought this is because I wanted it to complement my personality, and I always wanted a car because my previous car was 10 years old already. And I picked it up, and then the day I picked it up, the very next day I dropped it to Bimbra 4x4, which is one of the best customization studios in India. Let's talk about the modifications because that is what this whole video is about. So we were going to start the Road Trip United 2021, which has a couple of vehicles which drink fuel like nobody's business. One of them is Ninja H2 and one of them is the Rocket 3R. And the problem is that in the last road trip, we had two Hayabusas, and both of them developed problems because of fuel. So we thought that we need something that would also help us in having more fuel. And what is that? That has to be a car. Now imagine, that is why I want to start with this. The main, the modification that we did, or the add-on rather, is here the jerry can 20 liters, 5 liters, And there is one more jerry can on the other side I'll show you, which is also 20 liters, which you can show here, which is in a lying down position over there. Right, so overall we are carrying 45 liters of fuel, and it is very important. I mean, obviously we are not going to Africa or off-roading in the desert. This is for the motorcycles, and trust me, it makes a world of difference when you put a good fuel. So here we carry 100 octane or 97 octane, and it basically doubles the range of the motorcycles. And we have used this consistently from Delhi till Kolkata. Whenever we get a big city, we fill up these and the bikes with 90, 97 or 100, and that is why they are still performing very well. Now here the ladder is essentially not for looks only. It is bolted onto the chassis and onto the roof rack. It is basically supposed to be a mount for the jerry cans. And the jerry can holder is purpose built. If you see here, the jerry cans are also locked rather, and so nobody can steal your fuel and overnight. And since we are already in the back of the car, here is something which you will not notice immediately. The wheel here, the spare, is actually brought down by 3 inches. Why? Because when you open this up, open the top rear windscreen, and the tailgate, this one is basically for shooting the bikes on the go, tracking shots and stuff like that. So the photographer needs more space, so he's got more space here, and he can just keep his camera or his hand or something like that. So that is the reason why we did it with a plate over there. And this is a tow hook over here, which is kind of modular. You can take it out, you can put a luggage rack here, and it doubles up your available space. And these things are basically not standard. These are something which Mahindra, they call, I think, the Dark Lord add-on or something like that. So these are kind of appliques, they call them. Here you see you have a
Special rack.
a kind of a rack looking thing, but a lot of people have asked me, what is it for? Are you going to work on a laptop besides the road or something like that? I said no, it's not for that. I mean, you can, of course. It is basically when you change your camera lenses, your gears and stuff like that. This comes very handy. This is not exactly very hard. This is something which will not scratch your lenses. So this is very strong, right? So this is one of the main very interesting things that I have done. This ladder is functional. This ladder is a ladder, and using this you climb up with this also. And over there now you see the roof rack and everything. So the roof rack, main thing which you can't see, another thing, Dino, is that this is not your standard Thar hard top. This is basically not ABS, not fiber. This is metal. And this is insulated from inside. This is much more
Superior
tough.
strength and quality.
Yeah, so it can take around 350 kgs, while the original Thar's hardtop is basically around 150 kgs. So that's why these the roof rack and these boxes, the boxes have insulation inside and soft padding from inside, so you can also keep stuff inside it. A little bit expensive stuff if you want. Obviously I won't advise it, but whatever you keep inside, it won't scratch. These are lockable both from latch and with a lock. So if I can probably show from here, it is visible. So that is the jerry can over there, and these are all lockable. As you can see, the lock is, so this one has a tripod, standees and stuff like that inside. And you see those tires, those are actually for the H2 that we have picked up. So it was a little difficult to find tires, and hence right now it's looking like an overland vehicle that we are probably going across Africa or something. But all these things are required for such trip. I mean, there is nothing like a show off kind of a thing. Little stuff like this, fuel cap, and these appliques again are from Mahindra. These are add-ons, these are not standard. One thing which I reverted from is I put spacers in the wheels. 30 mm, they bought the wheels here, But they were causing some vibrations. So I thought that such a long ride trip, let's remove those spaces for now. But you can also get those spaces added. Coming here this side, um, as you can see, these are not accents. This is actually the real color of the car.
Okay.
We have done it in golden and black because all the other vehicles here are golden and black, so we wanted this to match the theme. This buck deflector is also part of the Dark Lord theme, which comes. And one thing I want to talk about is this: the hood, the is basically a community board,
Okay.
and like it says like clubs who participated. So the clubs are free to paste their stickers here as they want. Whoever meeting, a lot of people don't know, so they don't. So we have two Thars. So basically both the Thars are like this, and they will keep adding on. So that is another good thing about having such a big car. You have a lot of space. Now here we have two light force halogens, and these are like pretty bright. Of course, it's mandatory to keep them, closed
In city limits.
in city, and these were actually transparent, but we got them done black. You can also have filters in different colors basis. I mean, if you're going in fog or snow, depending on that. So tow hooks are there if required, and the bumper is a Farby. It will crumple in unfortunate case of an accident and will transmit the required forces that will activate the airbag. So one of the things that Bimra has changed is earlier was, I think, people were concerned that will it work with the airbags. So this should.
Okay.
One thing here which you see is the headlights. The headlights are completely changed. As you can see now, they will. Okay, 1 second. I will switch it on.
Okay. You see.
Integrated
Yeah.
indicators, and so basically, why is the white light is not very powerful
Powerful, yeah.
or conducive, but it's not weak by any means. And on top of that, you have those auxiliary lights which you can use. So overall, this is great, and I like it. And of course, we can always revert to the original whenever we want. And the grill also is there. The grill is standard. I have not changed that.
You get 18-inch wheels, right?
This is 18, and these are the C8 Thar all-terrain tires, and I think that they have done a very good job.
It was specially developed for the Thar.
265, yeah, and I think one of the widest tires made in India. So let's go inside. You can go inside. I'll keep talking. Yeah. So first of all, you see how it looks refined. It does not look like an off-road only kind of a vehicle. I mean, the previous Thar, let me put it that way. The music system is quite good. It's basically mounted on the roof for all the Thars. This is not a modification. So they really sound like it seems like you're in a surround sound.
Yeah, immersive sounding experience.
So there is this thing also here. There is a parking camera.
Okay.
So I've the rear and front both. It goes into that.
Is it an add-on accessory or
Add-on? Not officially. So I've again like part of the modifications.
part of the modification?
This one, the handrest is there, and the rear handrest. You can't see from here.
Yeah. That's fine. That I can understand. I think so. We have a lot of land.
So rear handrests also they have 12 volts, and they have two USBs, both left and right.
Okay.
So, and I also have a laptop. You can see from here. Just put it like. So you see though that on the right side besides the helmet, that is a laptop working kind of station. You can pull it out and work inside and keep your mouse and everything. So that is kind of an add-on over there.
Okay.
So inside I've also got some damping done here at the door and below and on the floor, so that the noise is considerably reduced inside the damping. Inside the cabin. Then the standard Thar, and I have not touched the electricals per se, or the dynamics or the engine. There is one thing I'm missing here. This snorkel. So how smartly this is integrated, you can see. and earlier it was a little smaller, so we made it a little bigger. Gave the input. It's running fine so far, and this is of course to increase if you go into water and stuff like that. But I wanted it, like, it's like one of the few things that you want, when you get your dream superbike. It's not functional in this particular environment, but yeah, it is not harmful either.
Okay.
Kind of.
And does it come with skid plates or have you installed?
That is good. So I'll switch off the light first. Okay, so that's a good question. So the bumper comes with a metal skid plate. The original Thar comes with, I think, plastic one, but whatever, it's not good enough.
effective.
It is not, huh? Because the radiator is very long, so that's why this skid plate is required in case you hit a stone or the approach angle is too steep or something like that. So these are the few mods, Dino, that we have made. We didn't have enough time to pull everything off, but all I can say is that it makes the car look
Much more badass.
yeah, and it is functional also. And just wanted to say that we are using Castrol Magnetic SUV, and we also want to give a shout out to this gentleman Bimra, who made for us. So here is his website,
Okay.
bimra.in, and
So that's the place where others can get it done as well.
yeah, and online you can also buy a lot of stuff. You can get it fixed in your city, like the bumper and the headlights and stuff like that. So I think it looks pretty neat.
So there you have it, guys, the most badass looking Thar in the country and the modifications that it comes installed with. The man himself spoke about it. If you love your Thar and want to take it to the extreme and tap into the full potential of the Thar, then you have the list of modifications all mentioned in detail in this video. You can watch it again, or you can follow the MotoGrapher on Instagram and post some queries on his page such that he can revert to you. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.